Hello, grade 2 students. Now we will start solving the worksheet together. We're going to start by reading the story about Gus and the good worker, and then we will solve the questions related to the story. Gus, the good worker. Dad and Seth decided, what does the word decided means? Make up my mind. Okay, Dad and Seth decided to visit Grandpa today. He was in the hospital because he got sick last week. Seth had made a get well card for him. Why? Because he is sick. Seth looked around as he walked to Grandpa's room. He saw bright lights and people in white coats. Seth stared down the hall. What does the word stared mean? Who can tell me? Of course, you all know it. When you stare at something, you look for a while. What was that? It had just gone around the corner. Was it a dog? So he was not sure if he saw a dog or something else. Come in, Seth, called Grandpa. Seth went in. Dad lifted him onto the bed. Seth gave Grandpa the card that he made. He made a get well card for his grandpa. So he gave it to him. Then Seth asked Grandpa a question. What was the question? Do dogs go to hospitals when they are sick? Asked Seth. Grandpa laughed. No. Why? Did you glance a dog? Glance means to look at something or someone quickly. So did you glance a dog? I think I did, said Seth. I think you saw Gus, said Grandpa. Who is Gus? Asked Seth. So let's see who is Gus. Grandpa said that Gus was a dog owned by a man named Ari. So Ari is a man that owns a dog called Gus. Ari brought Gus to visit people in the hospital to help them feel better. Gus would give them his paw to shake. Just then, a man and a dog came in the room. The man said, "Hello, this is Gus and I am Ari," the man said. He told Seth that Gus had to learn how to do his job. Gus was trained properly, in the correct way. Seth gave Gus a gentle hug because he did not want to hurt the dog. Time to go, Gus, said Ari. Seth said goodbye. He wished Gus was his pet, but he was glad Gus could help people. So that's why they named Gus the good worker, because his job was to help people. Now, the first question. What do you think Seth wrote in the card he made for Grandpa? We just read that he made a card for his grandpa because he was sick, right? So will he write good job? Will he write happy birthday? Have a nice trip? No. He wrote on the card get well soon because his grandpa was sick. The second question. Let's read the sentence together. Grandpa was in the hospital because he got sick last week. A hospital is a place where people go to get well, to make art, to buy clothes, to have a party. What do you think? Grandpa was in the hospital because he got sick. So a hospital is a place where people go to get well. The third question. What does Seth see in the hospital that surprises him? Seth sees bright lights. Yes, he saw bright lights, but he wasn't surprised. Seth sees a dog in the hall. Seth sees people in white coats. Seth sees Grandpa talk with Ari and Gus. So it was when he saw a dog in the hall. He got surprised and he asked his grandpa. Number 4. Seth asks Grandpa if dogs go to the hospital when they are sick. Seth wants to find out if the dog will lick his face. He can have a dog for a pet. There really is a dog at the hospital. He can meet Gus and Addie in Grandpa's room. What do you think? Why did he ask his grandpa if dogs go to the hospital? Because he wanted to make sure if there was a dog in the hospital. Now it's time for vocabulary. Let's start with the first one. Which word means wants very much? What do you think? Is it the word bored? Careful? No. It's the word eager. Eager means wants very much. Number 2. What does the word remarkable mean? Remarkable means serious? No. Remarkable means wonderful. Number 3. What does the word peaks mean? Of course, we all know that the word peaks means looks what? Looks quickly, moves suddenly, studies closely. Of course, looks quickly. Number 4. What does the word buried mean? The word buried means tied up, locked in? No, covered up. So we have to circle covered up. Now, number 5. Which word means catches sight of? Shines, sighs, or spies? Yes, it's the word spice. Now let's start with phonics. We have exercises about short U, long U, the soft C, and the soft G. In the first exercise, we have to read each group of words and then circle the words that have the same vowel sound. Number 1, we have cup, plum, and use. The word cup has the short U sound, the word plum has the short U sound, while the word use has the long U sound. So we have to circle cup and plum. Number 2, we have hum, huge, and fuse. Of course, we have to circle huge and fuse because they both have the long U sound. Number 3, must, use, dog. Is it the word must? Is it the word use? Must and use, or must and dog? Of course, must and dog. Dog is the past tense of thing. So we have to circle must and dog because they both have the short U sound. Number 4, fun, fuse, hum. Yes, we have to circle fun and hum because they both have the short U sound. Now, let's move on to the second exercise. We have to read each sentence and then circle the word with soft C and soft G. First, don't forget that if the letter after G or after C is I, E, or Y, then it makes a soft sound. For example, the soft G like giraffe, this is soft G, and soft C, it's like science, Okay, the first sentence. There will be a craft fair in the center of town. You see, and after the letter C, we have letter E. So the word center has the soft C sound. Number 2. I cooked a great dish with ginger and carrots. Carrots? Carrots have the hard C sound, so it's the word ginger. Has the soft G sound. Number 3. We gladly collected all the coins in a giant container. Of course, it's the word giant, not gladly, because gladly has the hard G sound. We have to circle the word giant. Number 4. The fancy car cost thousands of dollars. Is it the word fancy or car? Of course, it's not car, right? Fancy. We have to circle the word fancy. Number 5. Dad stored the candles in the cellar of the house. Yes, it's the word cellar. Cellar has the soft C sound. Now, in this exercise, we have 6 spelling mistakes. We have to circle them. I think they're, no, yes, they are underlined. So we have to write the words correctly on the lines. Let's read the paragraph together. A man was a sock maker. He liked to hum. Here it's written as hum, but because it's a mistake, we have to write it in the correct way. I'll tell you how we write the word hum. Of course, we remove the letter E uh, and we write hum, H-U-M. This is a hum. It's written as hum with the long U sound. Okay, he liked to hum a tune as he made socks. Humming made his job fast and fun to do. At the end of a month, he had a huge, this is a mistake, bag of socks. He said, I must, this is mused. So this is a mistake also. I must take all these socks to the shop. What can I use? This is written as us. I use to carry them there. At last, the man put the bag onto the back of his pet mule. This is also a mistake. It was a strong animal. It could carry the bag. He fed his pet a plum. Plum is a fruit, and this is also a mistake. Then he hummed all the way to the shop. Let's start. This is the word hum. This is how we write the word hum. Here we have the word huge. This is how we write the word huge. This is the word must. This is how we write must. Use. This is how we write use. U-S and E. This is the word mule with the long U sound. And now we have the word plum. A P-L-U and M. Now it's time for grammar. What is a noun? You all know that a noun names a person, place, or thing. Now we have to circle the nouns in each sentence. Number 1, the boy walks his dog. What is the noun, or what are the nouns in this sentence? We have boy is a person and we have dog. Dog is an animal. Number 2, his mother holds the leash. Mother is a noun and leash is a noun, is a thing. Holds is a verb, right? It's not a noun. Number 3, the ducks are by the pond. Ducks is a noun, it's an animal. And pond is a place. Number 4, the family visits the park. Family and park is a place. Number 5, farmer cares for his horse. Yes, farmer is a noun and horse is also a noun. Number 6, a baby smiles at the cat. Baby and cat. Now we have to write 2 sentences about animals. You can write any sentence and don't forget to circle the nouns and the sentences. I wrote the girl saw a black cat and I circled girl and cat. Then I wrote the rabbit ate 3 carrots. Rabbit and carrots. Let's move on. Here we have to write the plural form of the noun that we have between parentheses. Let's start. Number 1. The shepherd boy made up many. We have to change the word story from the singular form to the plural form. What should we do? Of course, we should replace the letter Y with I-E-S. So this is how we write the word stories. Number 2, he saw, we have the word fox. We have to change it from the singular form to the plural form. So he saw foxes, dragons, and dogs in the sky. How do we write foxes? Don't forget that the word fox ends with the letter X. So what should we add? S? No, ES. Okay, number 3. One of his, we have the word duty. We have to change the word duty to its plural form. So one of his duties was to watch the sheep. The word duty means job. So what should we do? We should replace the letter Y with I-E-S. Great. Number 4. One of the sheep had several. We have to change the word baby to the plural form. What should we do? Yes, we should replace the letter Y with I, E, and S. Okay. Number 5. A wolf hid in the bushes. We have to change it to the plural form. How do we write bushes? Don't forget that the word bush ends with S and H. We have to add ES. The word hid is the past tense of hide. Let's move on. Here we have to read each sentence and then write the correct sentence on the line using commas. Yes, we all know how to use commas in series. Number 1, I like to read about lions, tigers, and elephants. Don't forget that we cannot put a comma after the word and, okay? So we have to write it this way. I like to read about lions, comma, tigers, comma. When we see the and, what do? We don't put a comma after the word and. Great. Number 2, Tom, Jana, and Terry like animal fables. We have to put a comma after Tom, right? Great. Number 3, a frog, a rabbit, and a duck are friends in this fable. A frog, comma, a rabbit, comma, and a duck. When we see the word and, we don't put a comma. Now here we have to write an expository text about a baby animal and its parents. Don't forget to use linking words. We all know that linking words we have, for example, because, however, for example, also it's a linking word, right? You have to write your own writing. I wrote one. I'm going to read it. And don't forget to write yours, okay? Choose any animal and try to get some facts about the animal, okay? And tell us about its parents. Let's start. I wrote about bears. So a mother bear's baby is called a cub baby. Bears are mammals, right? The mother of a bear is huge and has fur. Cubs are small bears with furry legs and arms. Cubs are smaller than their parents. Bear cubs are born with their eyes closed. So you have to describe the animal and maybe write one fact about how the baby differ or how the babies differ from their parents, okay? And don't forget to write one fact about the animal that you're going to write about. Great job, everyone.